welcome back to Live from the Abyss with the 2000s guest episode because we had way too many guests again. We never talk about anything else. We only have guests here because we're very lazy. So, in the studio today, a very special guest. From the title, the thumbnail, and now the screen, you can probably already guess who it is, but again, it's a surprise. So, would you please say your name, mysterious person?
I am Cranky Temp. I'm just kidding. No, it's Rusty.
Dear
Rusty,
Lord.
aka the Super Forge.
That's not right. I was supposed to get cranky. Shit. Ah, fuck it.
Shit, yeah. If you don't want me on, it's fine.
I guess we have to run with you now. Well, I mean...
My feelings do not hurt at all.
Yeah. And I wrote such a good fan letter to him and he didn't respond. That's sad. Okay, whatever. Okay. I can handle that. That's no problem. So, Vasi, how are you feeling today? How's your day been?
I'm feeling the energy. I'm feeling pretty fucking good.
I mean, for you it's morning, right? So.
It's closer to the afternoon. It's 1 p.m. right now for me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it's not. It's not like early, but like it's not like evening or anything. It's pretty good time for me. It's exactly midday.
Pretty good time.
That's usually when I'm at my most active.
That's good. Good to hear. So, viewer, for your information, we've got some questions in the Discord because we sometimes do that where my Discord and sometimes also Mithriel's Discord can give some questions to the guy we're interviewing right now. I have to see how in touch these are because again, you were reserved, but I'm just kidding. But let's just have a few questions and see how it goes. So the first one by Nightmare King Grim is, why do you like Sharp Shadow so much? So that's a charm from Hollow Knight. All the people watching, you probably already know Hollow Knight. That's probably the reason you subscribe right now. But yeah. So what's your answer?
I heard it was a lot like Ori.
It is, yeah. A little bit.
No, Sharp Shadow is pretty fucking cool. I mean, it's definitely got its own uses. When I said I like Sharp Shadow, it's more of like knowing how to use it in certain instances.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not like a charm I recommend or anyone would recommend you have in your build 100% of the time because it makes platforming, like judging the distance on dash is really difficult.
Oh yeah.
In like heavier platforming sections. That I definitely don't like Sharp Shadow there. I definitely think you should leave that shit off.
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried to make a point to say that in like more recent videos, in that have that context with it, because I've definitely gotten those comments before.
Yeah, understandable.
And I think Sharp Shadow as a combat tool, just with like certain bosses, I think it's fucking great. It's OP as shit in my opinion, but only in like, I guess only in combat.
Like Watcher Knights or Trader Lord or like those kind of bosses, or
because in the Trader Lord fight, your Shade Dash replenishes the exact rate that the Trader Lord attacks, so you can just dash through him every time. Like it's the exact same, like frame for frame, it's the exact same. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that I guess that's fair. Yeah, I used it a bit with Lost Kin, I think, as well. So that was also quite. I think it worked there.
If an enemy can dash, you can probably dash through him.
Yeah, that is indeed something that should work. Yeah, in Hollow Knight, that's true. So Wombat asked, why did the Hollow Knight series click so well with you?
Shit. Like, you mean like the game itself just clicked really well?
I guess so. Hollow Knight series is maybe a bit of an overstatement because it's like only one game out until now and the other is coming, but nobody has played that yet except for the playtesters or the guys who played the demo or something or whoever, but yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it. No, I don't know, man. I actually have a video coming out somewhat about this actual topic like later today here in a few hours, and it really is just as simple as I just kind of thought it looked cool. It didn't look like anything else on Steam at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and I went through a bit of a phase. I feel like I'm still in that phase where I kind of I was really appreciative of just like these hand-drawn type of art styles, like these really sort of like Max Fleischer-esque sorts of animations that you would see in like older cartoons and stuff.
Well, you must like Cuphead then, right? Or
I love the fuck out of that game, dude. I still play that. And I guess the art style, like the simplicity of it, was what drew me in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because of that, I was expecting it to be not the time sink that it was. I was
Fair
expecting
enough. Yeah, most people didn't.
I was like, yeah, this game looks simple enough. And like, 900 hours of playtime later.
Yeah, fair. Jesus.
I think that's probably what drew me in first.
Makes sense, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the art style is quite fantastic. That's also something I'm looking forward to in the second game. But I mean,
it's so fucking good.
The backgrounds sometimes I must confess I have my favorites like Queen's Gardens. The backgrounds I really like, which is what drew me into Moss Grotto for the second game and stuff.
Ooh.
Like I like the green shit, the green. Yeah, I like green. That's
I think it's kind of cool. It's like you have those transition areas between like the levels, I guess, or just like the overarching areas of the game.
Yeah.
And if you get to a certain part in a room, you can see the room start to like color correct itself into the area you're about to go into. I just think that's so fucking cool.
It goes with the music as well, which I find fascinating. Like I think it was when you go into Greenpath and you basically go upwards towards the area where kind of Zod is, and there's like this little part of like cliff, like Howling Cliffs kind of type area, and as you say, it kind of changes like from which point you're going to. Like the stones become mossier, or slowly the music starts to change and stuff. Or the enemies, like typical Greenpath enemies, start appearing and stuff. And yeah, it's pretty well done, I must confess. It's something that most people appreciate without actually saying it. So
yeah, I feel like it's something a lot of people sleep on, or like they notice it, but only like they don't like consciously notice it. They're just like, oh, I'm going back to the area because this thing happened.
Yeah.
But I don't think people really hone in on how brilliant that is.
It is. It's extra effort. I mean,
that sort of navigation, the way they just kind of lure you around the kingdom by just like using that type of technique.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've always loved shit like that.
Okay, next question by Gulag Holiday Camps. What made you choose the name Rusty the Superforge? Are you a blacksmith or something?
Oh fuck! Oh, this is a can of lore to unpack. So,
we've had that for most everyone here. So.
Right. Okay. Let me tell you the origin of Rusty.
Okay.
The origin of how the name itself like came about, because like obviously Rusty's not my actual name.
Makes sense, yeah. I mean, it could be, but yeah. It
could be. I think that's why I haven't gotten that many questions about it, because like it sounds like it's an uncommon name, but it sounds like a name someone would have.
It sounds like some car from the movie Cars or something. I must confess, yeah.
I am Speed.
Truly you are, yes.
No, fucking no, I think Rusty came about when because I used to not be the only person on the channel way back when, and a lot of these videos are unlisted now just because like they're just shitty quality, I guess, like just not a thing that I wanted to have my name tied to, like content wise. Like the quality of it was, I didn't know how to fucking record, I didn't know how to I didn't know what a capture card was.
I get that, yeah.
And it was just like this, I get this something to be said for like how your channel evolves and stuff, but I think like I still got that, even if I go back to like 2016 or 2017 or something.
Okay.
I
Interesting.
think you can still see some clear evolution that isn't those videos. But fucking anyway, I was getting sidetracked. I was
problem.
not the only person on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
For the first 4 or 5 years of it, the channel was a joint effort between my brother and I. And my brother was actually the one that came up with the name Rusty, and then the word Moleboxer as a surname, as like a like a pseudonym sort of thing. And it didn't mean anything. It was 100% a shit post. There's no lore behind it. My brother just called me one day. He's like, "Hey, I got the perfect name for the channel," and I was I was preparing myself, like, I was clenching my butthole for something awesome. It's like, oh, this is gonna be a fucking. I can't even think of a cool name for a channel. Or you try to make it sound, the cringier it ends up being. But like, I was preparing myself for something. But he just hit me with, I have a cool name. I was like, cool. What is it? And he was like, Rusty Moleboxer. And I was like, what the fuck is that? What is that? Is that a name? What is that supposed to be? What does that mean? And he was just like, fuck if I know. And that became the channel name for like 6 years. I think it was still that name even after he officially left. I think around like 2017, for a good year and change, that was still the channel's name. And I guess the Super Forge, I was just like, the way I came up with that, I guess, was the same method, where I was just like, this sounds cool enough. Take the channel name, fuck it. And hopefully I'll get to a point in time, or maybe I have gotten to a point in time, where I can just drop the Super Forge entirely and just go by Rusty from now on.
Yeah.
Because I think that makes it sound more personal. And I'm definitely into that.
I assume most people in the community know you as much. I mean, most people I assume just like say Rusty. They never say like Rusty the Super Forge or something.
Hyphen this, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's like in video titles and stuff for metadata.
I mean, I'm mostly getting called Deep Dog anyway. Like, I don't know the part with the latter complicated word mostly gets left behind because nobody has the effort to actually spell it out. So it just stays Deep Dog. Yeah. And Mythfield is sometimes called Myth, just Myth. So I guess it just kind of depends how long your name is. Like, nobody calls Mossback Moss or something because that would be pretty fucking weird. Or nobody says Rail or something. Yeah.
It's always a shorthand. Like, I think if your name is two syllables or less, you're safe from that. Because like Rusty, Mossbag, Relia. But Grin, another Hollow Knight creator, he got his name, I think, from me just calling him Grin as a shorthand, just like not even thinking about it one day. And he's just like went by that ever since.
Yeah. I mean,
so it literally happened on accident like 90% of the time.
Maybe it's like kind of like a special moment to him where, like, bestowed upon the gods, he got his easier to spell name than I think it's the Grinning Gamer, right? So yeah, probably Grin is probably a bit easier. Yeah. Okay, so man, okay, as just MAN. Okay, weird, but yeah, okay, whatever. What do you think is the best video you have made, like, from your entire career?
Oh, probably the one I'm about to upload, if I'm being honest.
Really? Oh yeah, dear.
I really can't understate like how fucking massive this video is. It's I don't want to plug it too much because I'm guessing like people who are watching this like probably already know who I am.
The 4 people, so yeah.
Yeah.
Who are watching this?
No, you got more than that.
But yeah, I suppose so. When's it coming out? The big episode?
Probably here in like the next 2 or 3 hours. Like, it's uploaded right now. Like, the description and
You're
the
kidding
tags
me.
are all there and everything. It's
Jesus.
Yeah, like, I'm literally dropping this here in like like
Dear
2 or 3
fucking
hours.
lord. Okay, I mean, this video here is not gonna appear in like 2 or 3 hours, but just so you guys know, you can probably check the link to the video in the description below because this will probably come after that one. So, yeah.
Yeah, by the time this goes live, the video will have definitely been in circulation for a couple days, most likely.
Okay, nice. I mean,
So yeah, I'll go
like,
ahead
can
and
you?
say that one.
You probably can't say too much about it, but like, how long is it? Can you say that or give like a
I can tell
roundabout
you,
number?
yeah, I can tell you how long it is. I mean, it's basically just like, I mean, I guess it's not going to matter because by the time people see this anyway, it'll be out. But it's basically just a love letter sort of thing to everything Hollow Knight means to me. Like just
Dear
as
Lord.
someone that like that's into all that shit, like art styles and just like side scrollers and Metroidvanias. So like I was always into that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and on multiple accounts, Hollow Knight just kind of seemed like my game, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this is actually I guess you could say it's a redo of an older video because
Okay.
I've got this really shitty fucking. It's so shit. I've got don't like this at all. I've got this shitty video I made in 2017.
Yeah.
It was a critical examination of Hollow Knight's art style.
I
Guys,
think
I feel
I
like I need a
saw
cup
that
of tea when I
somewhere.
say that. I feel like whenever I say that title, I need a cup of tea in my hand. Because it sounds so fucking pretentious. It was 8 minutes long. There is no way in hell that video was ever going to be good. And this
Yeah.
one is, I think, almost 40, but not quite. It's a beast. It's pretty
Damn.
massive. Like for that style of video, it's pretty massive. And it's basically just me going through all the shit that I feel like I missed in that older video, and like
The eight
things I could have
minutes.
worded better.
Yeah.
But
Nice. The 8 minutes. The things you miss in 8 minutes. Yeah.
it's not even 8 minutes. Yeah, it's like that video was never gonna be good, dude. Holy fuck.
I might have to check it out again. I think I saw it somewhere. I think it was like advertised to me somewhere, but I like from my second account and stuff. I get so many Hollow Knight stuff that I cannot see everything. I just occasionally like go into the video. I distinctly remember watching your. I think it was the video regarding the riddle characters one, where me being a snob, I kind of saw like, what's Rusty gonna say about like these characters of which I already know so much, and then I watched it and I was kind of surprised by the quality that that you put into that video because I kind of expected just like explain the characters again and again, but you also kind of did some kind of theorizing on it and made it a bit more like I would say unexpectable because you did more I would say to put these characters into context which I hadn't noticed before. Like I think it was something with Seth or something that you said that I didn't actually know before or I didn't notice I think, but I forgot which it was.
Yeah, I do a lot of those, and I think part of the reason why, because I've done that with multiple videos, and I think a large part of why I do that is because like because you kind of said it like in that last sentence where you were basically expecting it to be more or less the same video that other creators have already done.
Yeah.
And I have never liked that style of content. Like I don't like repeating myself, especially if it's something someone else has already said.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a video that I know I want to do, but someone else has already done it, I'll think of a way to just add on to it, even if that means like theorizing a little bit extra, a little more than I normally would, or like going ham on the editing, or just something to make it an interesting viewing experience, even though it's probably shit you've already heard of from someone else.
Good.
But you know, oh my fucking back.
No problem. Don't overextend yourself.
Fucking old, dude.
So, next question is by Turt. Do you like turtles? Turtles.
Turtles are pretty badass, dude.
Nice.
Turtles
Yeah.
are so bad. Dude, I was on the beach when I was 8.
Yes, that is a nice fact. Yes, indeed.
I was on. I think I may have been very like. I know this is a completely random story, just out of left field, but it just occurred to me, and like for some reason, I guess this fits. I wasn't expecting that question, but it just reminded me, like of how narrowly I dodged this like irrational fear of turtles when I was younger. Because I did see, like, I think it was in like, it was a beach on the eastern coast when I was 8 that I was just having like a family outing with, and I always wanted to see the beach as a kid. My family took me there, and had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was like, I want to say it was somewhere in Florida, because one of the main attractions in like the town we were in was this massive fucking aquarium. And you know how I guess how like in movies where like you'll be looking at a tank and like a specific exhibit, and then like the person turns their back for a picture, and then the creature or the animal or whoever's in that exhibit, they'll sometimes like move up to that person, like swim up to them, and like
the glass,
turn
yeah.
around and scare the shit out of them. That almost happened to me, but I actually witnessed it happen to like, I guess just like another kid, because my family was like taking my picture with it, just like doing something stupid, like just like doing like a gesture in the background, like while I was in front of the tank. And then the very next picture that was taken by like the very next family or whatever, I guess they forgot to like take their flash off, because like a lot of like aquariums and zoo exhibits have like very strict rules on like,
oh yeah,
hey, if you're taking pictures and shit, that's fine, but turn your flash off. It pisses a lot of animals off. And I looked back, and we were pretty much done with the exhibit with that specific tank or whatever, and we were just moving on, and I just looked behind me and I saw the flash go off, and this turtle, like, the kid turned around just in time, and, and the first thing he saw was just like this giant turtle, like twice as big as he was, with like his mouth completely agape. and I remember like one of the first thoughts I had was like, really glad it wasn't me.
Yeah. We've escaped turtle trauma. Nice.
So yeah, to answer your question, I do like turtles. Turtles are pretty cool.
That's good. That goes into the records. Okay.
Some rusty lore.
Scary Sounds asks, how many Discord notifications do you have at this very moment?
Oh fuck. Let me check.
This is a historic moment.
Jesus. Oh fuck, I don't know how to use how the fuck do I use Discord? God damn it.
I think you press on it and then it should open, but...
Okay, fuck, I'm just gonna... Okay, I found it. Oh my god. I have, and I cleared these out last week, by the way.
So how many? 346?
346, and that's when I cleaned them out, like, this past Sunday, I think. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Not even a full week. Not even half of a week. You got 300.
God damn.
I have way too many servers, dude.
Yeah, no. I'm in your mind, but you can stay in mine, so... But yeah. Yeah, I had that...
29 of those.
Really? Jesus.
Yeah.
What have I done? Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends. I have that from time to time as well, that I just noticed that, like, some of the servers I'm using, they're not very useful. Like, I have a gradual, like, kind of procession of which servers I use. I would say yours ranks about in the middle, because I sometimes look into it and I sometimes post something into like self-promotion. Same with Velia server. I mean, I use Mossbag's more, I think, but only because some of my friends are mods there.
Yeah.
I guess it just depends, of course. I mean, you have to care about your own server a bit more than like the other YouTuber server, but that's just, I mean, that's pretty obvious.
I have a bit of a confession to make, and I actually don't even think my server mods know this. I think one or two of them do. I've brought it up to them, but I actually have my own server. Like, I've muted notifications from my own server, and just because like people like it's a pretty active server, and I don't want to get I don't want to have like a notification sound every 5 fucking seconds when I'm working.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And the easiest way to like I know I could like go into sound settings to do it, but the easiest way is to just mute the server. Like, but whenever
this
like
is the way, yeah.
And like people get really antsy about pinging creators in servers, like pinging the server owner especially.
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus.
And
Fucking
whenever
Christ.
pings
Yeah.
me, I almost feel like I have to like act mad about it, because I wouldn't be 99% of the time I'm not even gonna see the ping. I'm not even gonna hear it. And like mods in the server like get on, it's like, hey, don't ping Rusty, and I'm just like,
hey, who pinged?
that ping at me.
Do
So
not
I have to like
use
act
it.
mad about it. But no, I'm not. It's like someone.
Yeah.
What?
I experience that sometimes as well. Yeah, I mean, I guess it just depends from creator to creator. Like some of the smaller creators, they don't really mind, I notice, and I guess it kind of depends how kind of high you are on the ranking, like from a subscriber count.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed gradually that like nobody has any problems with like pinging. I say me or something, or like Mythio or something, or smaller kind of content creators, because we don't usually like care anyway, because we get pinged by like normal people like most of the day as well. But yeah. I guess like kind of the bigger you get, the more people are kind of like, hey, that dude has like enough to do already, like, and has enough pings and stuff, so probably don't annoy the crap out of them.
I'll tell you the weirdest epiphany. Not like epiphany, just like an observation, I guess, in my own server. The weirdest thing I think that I noticed early on, because you are right, definitely. Like I feel like people get too serious with the numbers game. So when they see like, oh, this person has X amount of subscribers or X amount of video views, they're like, that guy's big shit, you know? Like,
yeah.
And I feel like people get intimidated by numbers too much. And,
they do, yeah.
I definitely think what's funny is I can just like go into my own server. The chat can be completely dead, like 2 people talking every 30 minutes. It can be a fucking wasteland. I'll go into general shit and type in like 1 letter, and suddenly just a cacophony of fucking like 37
a storm, yeah,
pop up out of nowhere. And it's so fucking weird to me that I can just.
I mean,
I'm sure MatPat and Relia have like the same sort of followings, because they're just like they're just as up there.
Oh, it happens with Leth as well. Like in main, like in the whole main Discord, it happens with Leth all the time. Like Leth can just like say like, what he does sometimes is that like when in the past few months, like some people like mentioned him or talked about something about him, or like like in any kind of sentence mentioned his name. Then when he comes back online, I think he did that like 2 or 3 times. Then he just like kind of quotes these questions and then just answers them out of random. Like he doesn't even say like hello first or something, or maybe sometimes he does, but sometimes he just answers the questions, and suddenly, as you say, it's the same kind of storm effect where like I don't know how many people are watching like just the discussion itself and not like typing, but always like 30-40 people just storm in and like high left.
Yeah. It's like your server channel just turns into a battleground in like 5 seconds.
I mean, really again, as long as they're not rude or something. If they're not rude, I think it's okay, but like.
Yeah, I think most of the time it's just like, oh, hey, Rusty.
Yeah.
Like, Rusty, yeah, what the like, it's just like, just people going ape shit.
Yeah.
which is a weird feeling. I don't think I'll ever get used to that.
Nah, it will only continue to worsen the more subscribers you get. So
Fucking apparently. Yeah.
might even
Grace.
happen in public. um. Yeah. Okay. Next one from Neil exists. Blah blah. Wait, I think you kind of the video that you're uploading right now. You know, you said that it's your best video. Is it also the one that you put the most effort in? Would you say, or?
Well, the video that I'm uploading, or that I have uploaded right now, it was actually a joint effort between one of my editors, my editor, who is in the server. His name is Irrational, but I just call him Gil because we actually worked on TGN together way back when, and we both did like edits for them and stuff, and we kind of became friends over that.
Oh, okay.
So the video I'm uploading right now is like a joint effort between us. He did most of the editing. I like wrote down and scripted and voiced everything. He did a lot of the heavier animations because he's better at that shit than I am. But I think the video that I put the most work into, I don't want to say it's the longest video, but at least I'd say in recent memory, I'd say probably the newest, well, not the newest, but the updated boss rank video. That was like 40 minutes long.
The third one, or which one was it?
It was the second one. The third one, I don't think it's really. The third one wasn't all of the bosses. The second one was just like an updated variant of the one I already uploaded. But that was 40 minutes, and script writing on that was fucking gnarly. I had a bit in it that pretty much made me infamous for alliterative humor, because like at the very beginning of it, I rank Moss Charger last, and that entire paragraph for like a minute straight, it's just like taking the initials MMC.
Oh yeah, I recall that. Yeah. Well, that was amazing. Yeah, I found that.
That was such a fun video to make. It took so fucking long.
How long did it take? About, what would you say, like?
The video itself took at least 2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks. Okay.
Because they had to capture like updated footage of me fighting all the bosses and stuff. Damn. Something a lot of people don't think about when they edit videos, because it's not just like, it's never as simple as make a fucking video and upload it. Like it's never that.
No. I mean, sometimes I have that where like I'm editing a video and I'm noticing stuff that I could still do. Like I have a script, of course, for a video where I kind of have like something I say. I for example, I write in the script something like, I say that and that, and then that and that, and is shown on the screen, you know. But sometimes I still notice that when I'm editing or something, I'm still like, oh, this part misses an image, or this part misses maybe like a meme or something, or this part misses maybe like another sentence or something, or I didn't make that point clear enough, or this, I don't know. I always notice something, and that always happens because sometimes I'm just like, ah shit, I gotta get my weekly video or something, or like a video again, and then I think like, yeah, I can just do something low effort or something, but then I still try to put more effort into it and just make it a bit better.
Yeah, I try not to stick to like, I try to be consistent, but I don't try to make it feel like a job. And I feel like if I have really set in stone dates for everything, like, okay, upload this video Wednesday, stream on Saturday, upload this video, like it's gonna feel less like a hobby and more like an occupation at that point. Which is also fine. I wouldn't mind that either. But if you do that for too long, it becomes a routine, and it's really easy to stagnate, I think.
Fair enough, yeah. That's true. Xanathar asks, how many hours do you have on Hollow Knight? You mentioned
over 900.
Over 900, yeah, you mentioned, yeah. Like from multiple, like, kind of files, or just one, or?
I think, oh god, I have a embarrassing story about this. So, I was a fucking idiot when I got my new PC, or
Mm-hmm.
I guess new at the time. It's almost like it's well over 2 years old at this point. But I had never ran into this issue before, so I didn't really know that, like, because it feels so stupid explaining this now, because the fact that this was a mistake that I made. So, you know how the games on Steam, the games that you purchase on a Steam account,
Yes,
are linked to that account.
that is correct. Yes.
Yeah, if you get a new PC and you download the Steam app, log into your account on that new PC, you can take the games and just install them onto your new PC. It's as simple as that.
That makes sense. Yes, that's how most things work. Yes.
Yep. Well, I didn't do that.
No.
I bought this whole ass PC and just thought, fuck, I guess I'm just gonna have to buy all these games again.
Oh no.
So
God fucking damn it.
oh, I was a fucking idiot.
It happens to the best of us. No problem.
And I knew what to do. I knew that, like, the former was the right way to do it. I was so excited getting my new tower set up that it just didn't occur to me, I guess. It's so weird explaining this, because this is not a mistake that's easy to make. Like, this is such common knowledge to so many people. It was common knowledge to me too. I'm ADHD as fuck, so I just didn't think of it at the time.
Yeah.
And I ended up buying Hollow Knight twice.
More money to TC, which is not
Which
a
I don't have
bad
a
thing
problem.
per se.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But leading into that, that's why I have Hollow Knight on 2 accounts, and one has around like 500 or 600 hours. I'd say the newer account does, just because that's where I do all my footage capture, and the older one has like a little over 300.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So
yeah, that checks around 600, 900 hours. Yeah, that's true. The math makes up. Fine. Well, hopefully for you that that won't happen again for Silksong, or if it does happen, that is intentional to like support your favorite creators, or like second favorite or something.
I'm giving Silksong to so many people.
I've already made up my my kind of plan that I'm just going to buy it on the Switch, the PC, probably the soundtrack, and if there are funds left, maybe on the Xbox if it ever comes out. But I have indeed got the plan. Haha.
I really want to buy it. I know one of my friends, Ross. He's definitely gonna buy it on the Switch first. But just like as far as capturing footage and stuff goes and assets, I feel like I'm kind of limited to PC right now. Even though I would love to purchase it on other platforms.
The
PC is
second one,
definitely gonna be first.
Again, yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna buy it for PC to like capture footage and stuff, like either for theory purposes, gameplay purposes, ranking, whatever I want purposes or something, doing an area, whatever, area lookout or something, I don't know. And the Switch one is gonna be more my kind of like just play it casual, playing it in the living room kind of stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be me. Scary Sounds asks, what do you do in your free time besides YouTube? Do you have any hobbies?
No, I guess. Okay, so there's a really easy answer to this question. I don't know why I'm not going for it, but this is
Okay.
weird to admit, but I guess my free time is YouTube, if I'm being honest, because like because the people who have followed me closely know the shit that happened with well, there wasn't any shit that went down with TGN. Just COVID nation attacked and budgets had to be cut and we all got canned. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. Just a decision that had to happen. And that happened earlier this year. And once that happened, that was like half of my income just gone.
Oh,
and
fuck.
I feel like the past 5 or 6 months has been me just trying to make my own channel a little more sustainable, which has paid off, literally. It's
It has
I
paid
started
off, yeah.
putting more work in, and I almost immediately I noticed an uptick in just like across the board everything, and just because I was uploading more often and I was putting more work into my shit, and I feel
Mhm.
like at least for the past 5 or 6 months, because it's quarantine, I'm not doing shit. I feel like that is where most of my time is going anyway.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I've always been I've always been a bit of a musical person. Uh, Something
Ooh.
that my family has had going on for years. Like both my parents had some sort of musical, just like project that they worked on when they were younger,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
I feel like I've kind of followed suit with that, just because like I've always been able to like play by ear, and I've heard like a lot of people are jealous of that, and I feel equally as jealous because I wish I could just read music,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
for my brain just doesn't fucking work like that. But I guess that would be the closest thing outside of YouTube.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
guess like just audio engineering and like playing instruments and shit. I feel like that's probably the hobby that takes up the most of my time that isn't this.
Mhm. Okay,
Yeah, I
interesting.
feel like that'd be it.
Cool. A musical character. Fascinating.
Yeah, I'll probably tell by all the music syncs on the channel. Definitely where that comes from.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Cotton, the Reckoning asks, what do your family think about you doing YouTube? Are they aware that you're something of a celebrity, or do they not know this yet?
Oh,
Sorry
my
if you've
family.
been asked this already.
This is actually not a question I get asked often, surprisingly.
No?
Um, it was in like earlier days, I guess, because it goes back to my brother. When my brother and I started the channel, we were like 17, and we were in high school, and we still had sort of strict parents and lived in sort of strict households, so we
Mm-hmm.
couldn't say the fuck word too much. And so usually, if we did, because starting out they didn't know about it, and we would coordinate time and everything to where if we did want to record, I would go to his house or he would come to my house while our parents were gone,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we would just like do our recording from there while knowing that we weren't going to be disturbed or like intruded on by our parents. And that continued, I guess, for like it continued for like a year because you can't keep a secret that long. I think probably the breaking point was when we had this really shitty video go viral. It was like it had I don't tell people a lot about this. I just realized, but this video had like 10 million fucking views at one point, and
Really?
it was just yeah, it was like part of the
Damn.
early channel's history, and we fucking took it down because we just didn't like the attention I was getting. And it was just like a
Uh-oh.
video game myths, like top 5 video. That was it. And the thumbnail was Lara Croft, uh, a modded Lara Croft, because that was one of the 5 myths, and it was
Oh. Oh, that one.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
it
dear.
was the fairly controversial cheat code where if you entered it, this doesn't exist, myth. Um, but at a point in time, people thought there was a specific cheat code, like a specific sequence of buttons you could enter in, that would give you a
Yeah,
much
yeah,
more
we know that,
revealing
yeah.
perspective of Lara Croft.
Oh my god.
That was the thumbnail. That was like, because this is 2013 YouTube, you have to keep in mind. So anything of that nature just got views like instantly.
I used to watch those videos when I was really like young and shit. I remember like distinctly like years ago that I watched like these video game myths episode and it was
Fuck, what
like
was the question again?
we were talking about like your family knowing that or what they think about you
Okay,
doing YouTube. Yeah,
that took a fucking dive.
it did. Yeah.
um, but getting back onto that, I guess once that video got popular, it did get to the point where we couldn't like hide it anymore because there's this 17-year-old kid in his basement that has a fucking video that's getting a shit ton of attention. So I guess that was probably when they found out. And it was a bit of a, because I did grow up in sort of a religious household, I guess. So they were a little standoffish at first, but once I think once I signed on with TGN at like 2015, I think, they started to realize that there was like actual technological skills involved in video editing and video production and stuff like that. And they started to come up to it once that happened.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, for a good year or two, they did not know that I had a channel. They do now, and they're very supportive of it.
Oh, that's cool. A big thumbs up.
About it.
Okay, nice. Ravenbane asks, what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Fuck. What? That's a hard question.
It is, yes. You did it, Ravenbane.
I like fucking cookies and cream, dude. I've always been an Oreo guy. Like, I was addicted to fucking Oreos when I was younger, when I was just a little tot when I was a kid.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't fucking get enough of them. And I guess I've like internalized that so much that everything with Oreos in it is just like automatically good to me.
Yes.
So like cookies and cream or like cookie dough, any cookie related flavor of ice cream, I'll probably just fucking demolish.
That's good. That's reasonable, I assume. Yeah. What's the story with you and Grin? It's also from Ravenbane. Sorry if you've already said this. All of these people apologizing.
Well, I don't know if I can say the nature of how we met, because I'll tell you how we met. I'm not gonna tell you the nature of the DM that he sent me, because it's probably more personal on his end.
Oh, it's no problem. Yeah, no problem.
But the TLDR of it is, he just found, but this was before the server. I think it was very early this year, like January or February, and he did a lot of previous work with channels like 10 More Minutes, like this Let's Play channel they played like a full thing of Hollow Knight, and he kind of consulted them for a while and made sure they were like taking the right paths and everything, just to like make the playthrough itself more entertaining.
Yeah. Okay.
And January or February of this year, he just found my fucking Discord somehow and like just messaged me out of the blue and was like, "Hey, what's up?" It's like your videos, and I was like, "Hey, what's up?"
Cool.
And the rest is history.
Nice.
That's literally what happened.
That's...
And then like 5 months later, I approached him with the idea of like making a server for TSF. And he was just like, "Oh, it's cool," because he helped me. He was the owner of the server before I was, because he like made a server for me.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And yeah, it had like 6 or 7 text channels. It was a nice little surprise walking into.
Aw.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, Rusty, I gave you a server," and I'm just like, "What?"
Thanks, fellow buddy.
Grin's cool as fuck. He's a cool dude. I'd say out of the relevant circle of people, just like in the server, like just Hollow Knight related friends, I guess he's definitely I feel like I've been friends with him the longest.
That's
yeah,
cool.
So he just DM'd me one day, and
Out
he caught me at a good time, and I wasn't doing anything, so I just DM'd it back.
That goes into r/wholesome, my fellow Redditors, so remember that episode. That will get a lot of Reddit gold for me. Haha. I can finally feed my family again. Folly asks, are there any games you plan on playing or discussing in the near future? Like any
Fucking Elden Ring,
games?
dude.
Elden Ring?
Whatever comes the fuck out, maybe. Elden Ring might do some Demon Souls stuff because it's coming out next week. Holy fuck. Okay. Wow.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Shit. All right. Yeah, I need to get rolling on that.
Goodbye.
Yeah. See ya. No. I might do some Demon Souls stuff. I know Gil. I think he pre-ordered a PS5, so he's definitely gonna have access to it. So I might ask him for help on that. But definitely interested in making some Demon Souls related content. Probably stick into Souls territory just because that's what I know best, I feel like.
Yeah, fair enough.
So like Demon Souls, Elden Ring. Maybe I'll branch out. I tried to do Mortal Shell for a while and that didn't really take off. Not a lot of people seemed interested. Which sucks because I really like that fucking game. It was really fun to play. But I did like 2 videos on it. And the first video got less than average views, but I still thought it was worth it to like continue it a little and see where it goes. And then the very next video I made on it got like 7,000, like not even that. So at that point I was just like, okay, fuck this. I love the game.
I mean, that's kind of sad, I feel, but
yeah, it's a great game. It just wasn't a match for my channel, I guess.
I guess it just depends kind of what content people kind of expect from you, because I've noticed that as well, that when I don't try branching out too much, and I don't even know if you could call it branching out, but I've noticed that like every video that isn't Silksong related, like the views are basically in the cell. Yeah. Like even like kind of the thing we're doing right now, it kind of depends. Like I remember when Mossbank told his fans like kind of about the interviews, then like I think Mistreal's episode got like thousands of views and my episode got like enough views and shit, and
oh, that's right, I saw that.
I guess it kind of depends how many people get attracted kind of towards that, but I mean that was obviously it wasn't kind of a natural occurrence. Like normally these like thousands of people wouldn't have watched the episode if like that one guy who was a bit more famous than we are wouldn't have said, hey guys, I did that one there, so maybe you should watch that and stuff, and then all the people came. But like normally it would have passed and nobody would have talked about it except for like the 5 people, and then that would have been the end of it. So right. Yeah, I guess you
never know what's gonna take off. Like you never really know what people are gonna latch onto content wise, and I think it's just a matter of like taking like a fistful of darts and just throwing them everywhere you can. And once you get a good hit with it, or with something, once you get like a bullseye, you're just like, okay, that works.
Well, let's do more of that. Yeah. I've noticed that with the YouTube algorithm, because there's sometimes like I sometimes watch like Legend of Zelda videos, you know, and then suddenly like from a channel I have never seen before, and I look at their content like what they did before that video or like even after the video, and it's just like random shit most of the point, like stuff that isn't even like remotely related to the video I'm watching from them. But that video, because it's for some reason like a bit more popular, a bit more pushed by the algorithm, it gets like millions of views compared to like the hundreds or even just thousands that the other videos from him get. And suddenly like he's the talk of the town, and I guess it just kind of depends what kind of point you take, like when your video is uploaded, how much effort you put into it, how long it is. Like I've noticed that like some of like these analysis videos like from the like I don't know, Joseph Anderson or King K or something, where they do like retrospectives on like video games that are like I don't know, like over like an hour long or something. Oh, yeah. Like those get like a lot of views because they got pushed a bit more and stuff. So
yeah, people love deep dives.
Yeah, I must admit it's my favorite content to watch. Like if it's just like kind of a short documentary on like a certain thing I like. It's from Shafrilla's Productions. I don't know if you know them. They talk about like Disney and stuff and all of that shit, and he sometimes does that, like where he did. It was so weird because he did like a video on Lego Star Wars of all things, and that video, I think it didn't get too much, but it still got like a decent amount of views.
Remember those Lego games that were like kind of terrible, but not really? Like all like this.
Oh
this
yeah.
math, just like this. I don't even know what to call it. Just like it was like it became a topic of conversation almost overnight, where suddenly you just woke up and there were like 15 franchises that have been like Legoified.
Yeah.
You have Lego Harry Potter, Jurassic Park, fucking Star Wars, and like this company got its hands on everything. I don't know how it got I don't know how it got the right to as many IPs as it did, but it was pretty impressive. Because I just remember waking up one day and like going to Blockbuster as a kid. It's like, oh, there's a Lego version of this now. That's cool.
Hey, that's new. Yeah, I just lately played through the I think Lego Harry Potter series again, and I don't know, something about that game is so oddly like nostalgic and charming and stuff. I don't know, it's kind of fun.
Fucking Indiana Jones got a Lego game.
Yeah. There's Lego Mario is a thing now as well, though Lego Mario is a bit weird because they kind of have that weird blocky kind of stuff to it, but again, like they can make everything Lego. It's just, I mean, they're doing a new Lego Star Wars game right now with like from 1 to 9 again, even though they had one from 1 to 6, and then from, I think they had a 7 as well, and now there's like a 1 to 9 again. Like, what the fuck is even going on? What are they doing there? Like,
that's called capitalism.
the free hand of the market, the invisible hand.
The free market. Everyone has their finger in everyone else's fucking pie.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. No, the YouTube algorithm's a fucking meme, dude.
It's so funny. It's so funny. The amount of shit memes that like get to me like advanced daily. It's like from like a 240p video like from 5 million years ago, and it's like dog hugs, dog plays with baby or something, and it's like, what? I have nothing related to that. I have nothing, absolutely nothing, and it just gets.
I don't know if I can divulge too much because being like a creator on the platform that's like still under a network, I do have an NDA, so I can't divulge a lot of it. But to my understanding, basically a very abridged, like layman's term version of how the algorithm works is like it's really not that complicated. Like, people just say the algorithm is like a fucking shit post. Like, it doesn't really mean anything. Here's the 1000 IQ YouTube algorithm that everyone's afraid of. Here it is. You ready?
Okay.
You make a video, it gets, let's say it gets 1,000 views. Mm-hmm. YouTube is like, okay, that's 1,000 views in a specific period of time. So we're gonna do some math over here on the side. We're gonna do some equations, and then they've decided, okay, we're gonna send it to we're gonna put it in the recommended tab of 10,000 people, and then let's say I think the average click-through rate is like 7. So if it's like 10,000 people and 1,000 people watch that, YouTube is like, okay, a lot of people can like this video, so let's push it to 100,000 people, and then like 10,000 people watch that from their recommended, so it's still 10%. So YouTube's like, god damn, this video must be really good, and so they just ship it out to more and more people, and the more people watch it, the more relevant YouTube believes it is, or like the better content YouTube believes it is. And it really is just as simple as that. The more people watch it, the more it gets put in your recommended tab. Like, the more likely it is for you to be recommended the video.
Yeah, wait. I'm just gonna write that down. Yeah, okay, good.
It's the simplest fucking thing in the world. Like, the TLDR of it is literally, more people watch it, more people see it.
Time to make my mathematics.
That's
yeah.
the algorithm that everyone's so fucking afraid of.
Now I have to stay up all night to do some
It's nothing.
mathematics. Haha.
And,
100
and there are
divided
obviously
by
logistics behind that I can't go into, but
1,000.
that's what it is.
That makes it about
You actually writing this down?
No. No, I'm not. 2,000. Okay, okay. I mean, it sounds simple enough. Yeah. I mean, I guess there's just the plain fact
Numbers
that.
were examples, by the way. I know you were just memeing, but for people out there that actually take, like, they were just examples, just crapshoots.
I just find I mean I guess what people I guess people find the idea more funny that it's just completely random. Like I mean of course like I think most people who have like a reasonable sized brain uh, know that there's like some kind of logic behind it. That of course the videos that appeal to more people obviously get promoted more, which makes sense. It would be weird if it wasn't that way. But I guess just the kind of idea of like YouTube just promoted that video to me and it promoted that video to me and it promoted that video to me that have nothing to do what I like. It's just a lot more funnier than like yeah, I mean that one got to you because like that and statistic and more people watch it right now and blah 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 and stuff, but it's just funnier. It's just
Shit.
for the memes.
I can think of a few instances and like okay, like I'm going to use politics as an example, but like this is not what we're talking about. But you know, like the whole 2020 elections going on and everything, I will see kind of relevant videos that people watched from 2016 having to do with the same thing. And I think that's because a lot of people make those mental bookmarks like on YouTube, like
what happened 4 years ago?
Happened before, and then they go look for that video again, which in turn YouTube sees that traffic and is like, oh, this video is getting popular again, time to recommend it to people. that's why it comes up so often. So like if there's a video that has similar context like 4 or 5 years ago to what's happening now, that's usually why. It's just because a lot of people are reminded of that video and they go back and watch it, and YouTube sees that and they're like, fuck, this video is getting popular again, which starts the whole recommendation chain.
Well, then people of the world, I have to ask you, why did I get a video like regarding the minutes or like moments before 9/11 recommended to me? Like, what are you guys searching up, dudes? Like, what's going on? You into some kind of conspiracy, my friends? Or okay? Noticed. That will be bookmarked. Oh, I completely forgot to go to the questions again. My phone went out.
Yeah, sometimes you'll get recommended really weird shit too.
So weird, yeah. Well, I'm, well, yeah, fair enough.
The algorithm doesn't hit 100% of the time. It's definitely flawed.
Again, yeah, happens with corporations that they are inherently sometimes they have their faults. I mean, humans have faults. It just happens. Yeah. It's like videos getting removed and stuff, and like the community backlashing over these videos. I mean, it just kind of depends what kind of rules like these companies have for their videos, because of course, as a company, you want to seem like kind of a bit more, I would say, cleaner and like nicer and like polite and stuff. Together. And so they start removing like old videos which are a lot more, I don't know, there was this big controversy where they removed, I think, like a video that critiqued like H3 Productions. I think it was an older video, just because like it had like a few naughty words in it or naughty topics, or because it was deemed like kind of hate speech or something. I think that happened with iDubbbz videos as well. And that kind of stuff, of course, happens when new guidelines are in place. And of course, people are upset about that. But again, as a company, it makes sense that they want to like have a model of business where they seem pretty, seem pretty clean or something.
I wish that they would enact that same sort of thought process in their rules, though, their current rules, because it like in efforts to clean that up, so to speak. It feels like YouTube has overcorrected, and now they're just like taking down anything that might be slightly
Oh yeah,
problematic.
yeah. They make faults. Yeah, that's
And
of
like
course. Yeah.
I get like I'm definitely not above like acknowledging like, yeah, companies have faults, but like this is fucking Google. This is like, you are responsible for the livelihoods of, I'd say, probably millions of creators that
Millions. Yeah, definitely hundreds of
nothing,
millions probably.
nothing short of fucking bulletproof. Like anything short of that is unacceptable. Like,
Yeah.
you have faults, sure, figure them out, because they are your faults.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, as you said, Google. It's practically a titan of the modern age. It's like not even funny anymore.
Yeah.
So they do need to like kind of get their shit together sometimes. That's definitely fair. Next question by
Yeah.
Ravenbane again.
I can talk about this for hours.
Yeah, it is an interesting topic, I must say. I think I heard you were in art school. What did you major in there?
Oh, fucking graphic design, dude.
Okay, that was short and easy. Check.
I'm not gonna go too into detail, but there was like in my hometown, I did spend 2 years at a college, just like getting all my prereqs out of the way, like you do.
Like you
so
do.
if there's anyone that's going into college soon, that's like 17 or 18, that's watching this, yeah, go to the shitty community school for the first 2 years to get all your prereqs out of the way, and then transfer to the good school so you don't spend money.
I'm currently in university anyway, but I guess in Germany it's a little different from like over the pond, I would say, over the big blue
anywhere
sea.
that isn't the same, I can't give you advice, but if you are,
I'm so very sorry. I am terribly sorry that you live somewhere else.
I'm terribly sorry that I live in fucking. We're not gonna get into that.
Cut that out. Cut that out.
Graphic design. Yeah, that's what I officially majored in. Even though I kind of took course in a bit of everything, like animation, video editing, just like visual communication in general, I guess.
Nice. My rusty biography is coming along nicely.
This isn't actually an interview. It's just all of your questions that you've given me.
My exposition on you, my lore doc.
Doing a Rusty lore video.
I wanted to do one. I mean, I joked about it like for the other YouTubers, so I guess I should continue the joke here again, because what people love is a joke that returns for the 100th time.
Of course.
That's always very popular, yeah. Hey, he said the funny word again. Haha, I laughed. That was, yeah. What is your favorite meal, like food, or a combo of foods? Example, mac and cheese and chicken, or burger.
I'll tell you one thing. Burger.
Burger.
I'll tell you the one thing that I've been craving recently is I don't know if anyone like. I went to steakhouses a lot when I was like younger because I fucking loved steak.
I fucking love it, dude.
I fucking loved just medium rare steak, but I think I ordered like a surf and turf meal one day, and I had this really good lobster tail.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I've just sort of been hooked on like not seafood in general, but just like if it's prepared a certain way, I'll definitely smash it. Like I'll out of some lobster, dude.
Fish food, yeah, okay. That's an interesting answer.
Maybe like some broccoli on the side.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
I'm eating like a whole plate of fucking food.
Living as a student has definitely made me appreciate the fine equidities of life.
Dude, I'm so happy. Like when I graduated, the first thing the first thought in my mind was like, dude, I'm so happy I can cook my own fucking food again.
I mean, I can do it now, but the thing is, like, with a tight budget and stuff and, like, not that much time, it's kind of hard finding a good, like, kind of balance in that. Most of the time I'm going to the cafeteria anyway. They have pretty good food there in my town, where I live now since, like, 4 days. They have pretty good food there, but again, like, when I remember, like, what food my mother kind of made and stuff, that... I just get sad, even though it's been only 4 days or something.
Yeah, it's definitely a luxury being able to cook your own meals.
Oh yeah.
My college fridge definitely did not look nutritious in any stretch of that definition. It was just soda and like a random Subway sandwich that would just be in there.
What will I eat today from my menu? Broken egg, plain bread, or half a hot dog? This is indeed a titan of a question, I must confess. Yeah.
What about this milk?
I was so fucking happy because I went to the store like lately, you know, and I got some eggs. But being the big dum dum that I am, you know, like I'm not very much versed in like getting my own food until now, because prior to that I didn't really have to do it because like most of the stuff was at home, of course.
It's not something you think.
And usually when you get eggs, you know, you kind of fucking check like, are all of the eggs inside okay? Are they like good? How they look and stuff? Me, being the expert that I was, I just took the nearest stuff, like just smashed it into my wagon, just went to the kind of to the frontier, and then she opened it because I don't know why she did it, but she just opened it and saw like, oh, you've got a broken egg, and I was panicking like, oh fuck, this is awkward. What do I do now? Do I just get a new one, or does she throw that one away or something? And she just said, like, you can have a new one, but like, do you just want to keep it and it's cheaper? And I was like, ka-ching, that's fucking brilliant. And then I paid like, I think I paid like 20 cents less or something, and I'm so happy that I did. That was a genius investment of myself. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm imagining the thought process of like someone like, because like you know when you have like really bad social anxiety when you're younger, and it's like the cashier says something you're not expecting, like, oh, there's a broken egg in here. You suddenly feel like everything's at stake with that acknowledgement.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know anything about a broken egg. Just bring it up, it's fine.
Yeah. I have never had this before. I'm so sorry.
Eggs don't break. What are you, crazy?
It looks fine to me, I must say. Yeah.
No, that is really funny. I've definitely had my fair share of cooking mishaps.
Yeah.
Specifically when I got out of college, because it's just not, it's not that you don't know how, it's just something you don't think about.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of things you learn, like just like how to cook certain shit in a certain way to where it doesn't taste like gas.
Food.
And you just don't think about that stuff when you're in college because it's not as accessible.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. Though I had some really nice, what was it again? Was it? I think I had a really nice lasagna like 2 days ago from the cafeteria. That was nice.
I'd smash some fucking lasagna right now. I'm gonna go eat after this.
Yeah, good choice. I mean, I probably won't because don't have much here. Don't want to waste it, but again, yeah. So where is the furthest place that you've traveled to from Scary Sounds is the question.
Oh, I think I'd just say, since it's on the other side of the coast for me, probably LA.
LA.
I've been there twice, actually. I went there for VidCon in 2016. It was one of the worst experiences of my life. That's a whole story.
Really? Oh no.
Well, that's a bit over dramatized. It wasn't like it was an eye-opening experience for not the best reasons. but I wasn't like miserable there or anything. I figured out ways to have a good time. But I'd say distance-wise, that's the furthest I've traveled, just because it's like all the way across the country.
Makes sense, yeah. Interesting.
We did. Gil and I actually took a vacation to New York in March, like days before the pandemic shit went down.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that was holy fuck. Okay, so we can do like one or two more questions afterwards, but I need to tell you this story because it's so
Yeah, we have only one more question, so we
point.
have all the time. Yeah.
Okay. I make it a point to like drive the story home on as many podcasts as I'm on, because it's so fucking funny to me. Because basically what happened was, it was at the beginning, it was in the second week of March, was when we scheduled the trip. And that specific period in time was it was a gray area for a lot of people, because we didn't understand the illness. We had no idea it was going to get as prolific as it got, as widespread. And people it was lingering in the back of their minds, but people weren't like as overtly afraid of it as they are now. So travel restrictions hadn't been imposed yet. So one thing you need to know about Gil is he is not from the States. He is from Portugal.
Oh, okay.
Gil and a couple of the other guys. Well, no, I guess Gil and another guy from Portugal were those were the only two people from Portugal that joined us, but our staff did have a third guy that was from Portugal at the time. We were really concentrated in that area for some reason. But yeah, two dudes from Portugal. They were both our own editors. This was back when TGN was a thing. And while we were in New York, like while all of this shit was going down, we were just like visiting attractions. We were just having a good old time. We were going to like let's go to the Met.
A jolly old time, yes.
Yeah, let's go see the fucking Museum of Natural History. Let's go see all the New York things that are cool in New York, because that's what tourists do.
It is what tourists do, yes.
Aladdin, it was awesome. We won a fucking ticket raffle for like the five of us, and we just saw Aladdin. Like, tickets normally would have cost you like $90 to $100, and we just won a fucking raffle because we just, on a whim, we just signed up for it. And he was like, we got an email back the same day. It's like, hey, you won tickets to Aladdin. Like, we're just gonna go see that. And like, it was so fucking weird because it feels like a fever dream, because the entire time the thing was happening, the entire time this just the trip was happening, we were also just like tuning in, just on and off. We were just tuning into all these stories of how fucked the country was gonna be. And we're just like all glancing at our phones and trying to have a good time, but like we see another story that'll pop up and we're just like, oh fuck, we're not home. None of us are home right now. The travel restrictions that got imposed in the middle of March, Gil and the other guy straight up almost didn't make it home.
Really?
Their flights were they were hours within their trip going tits up because of the travel restriction.
God, fuck.
We all had to leave a day early because of that, and they had to, because they were on their phone with their airport rescheduling their flight, and they ended up getting it pushed back a day. So they were able to evade the restriction, but even then it was a layover flight. So they went to, I think, Florida first and then headed overseas. So even then they narrowly avoided, they were one of the last planes to leave for that night. I think they narrowly avoided the travel ban by like 2 to 3 hours. It was insane, dude. The shit was being closed down while we were in New York. Like, we would visit an attraction, like go to Broadway or like the Met. Hours after we did that, it would be closed.
God damn it.
And it was like this line of people just like skipping merrily in New York, having a good time, and like the world's just fucking on fire behind us.
like everything closing left or right, and you're just like, haha, yeah.
We're just like, we're having a good time. Who gives a fuck?
Nice.
The amount
Dear
of
Lord.
bullets we got on that trip. Oh my god. That's such a fun fucking story to tell.
Especially with the thing you're talking about still being relevant, which is important. It's still relevant.
It's never not been relevant since March. It literally never stopped being a problem.
It never will.
I don't know if I've lost that much yet.
At least a fun little story to the side, which is good. One to tell throughout the ages, in a few years, looking back to it, just laughing at it.
Yeah, it felt like a fucking fever dream, dude. Nothing real at all.
Oh well. Kind of sad still that you had to end it early, but at least you got to visit some stuff before it went really weird.
Yeah, we still had a great vacation, and we just like took a week off of our shit, and we all did make it, despite the difficulties. We all did make it back home, 100% safely. So
that's good.
We at the very least we got an interesting story out of it.
That's true. Yeah. That is a win. Nice. Good. And we come to the finale question, whereby I might add another question. I might have to see, but from Scary Sounds, what is your favorite soda and chip flavor?
Oh, chips? Oh, fucking barbecue, dude.
You could say crisps as well, if that's better to you, Pompey. Dear friend. Okay, so you said barbecue, okay.
Crisp. No, fucking barbecue, like spicy ass barbecue, like shit that sets your tongue on fire. I'm so
And soda?
I don't drink a lot of soda lately, or
No?
I haven't drank.
Huh.
Surprisingly, yeah. Like I did in college, just because I was like that age and I had a kick-ass metabolism, and I no longer have that. But I don't feel like I drink a lot of soda nowadays, because like I stopped drinking it for a few months, and then it got to the point where when I tried to drink it again, the sugar would be too much, and it would just like give me a headache, and it's just because my tolerance for it was so low, because I hadn't consumed soda in like half a year.
Okay.
I will say at the time, the soda that I drank the most was it's probably Dr. Pepper. I really like Dr. Pepper. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I was a normie.
Yeah. I mean, I was hoping to recruit you for Team Pepsi, but I see.
Well, I don't think I would have said no. Because I did like I did have like some of the cherry Pepsi, so like some of the like the I don't know what you call them, just like the derivative flavors of Pepsi, like the cherry vanilla. I always thought that was pretty good. I think Pepsi has its place
in history, yes.
I don't that much anymore. So.
In society and in history, Pepsi has its place among the greats.
Who you voting for this election, Pepsi or Coke?
I must say, Pepsi is quite enticing. I don't know, maybe it's just the experience that I only, like, we got cola at home, like, quite often, and I got kind of fatigued with it, and Pepsi I only, like, mostly drank when I was in the cinema, you know, because that's what they had in our cinema all the time, like a cold Pepsi, and so I just kind of got, like, I guess it's just experience that, like, for me, Pepsi will always mean, like, special occasion, fun, movie, cold, and stuff, and nice, haha. Like, these kind of kiddie words, like, jumbled to it, and cola will always just be, like, yeah, it's cola. I could have it, like, or I used to see it, like, every day. I don't give a shit about it anymore. It's, like, nothing special.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm the same way.
Again, just personal experience, but yeah, That's just the way I feel. So yeah, that was basically everything. I had one last question, which is when Silksong will come out eventually, what do you think is your plan of action towards it? Like, will you start just streaming it, or will you do a let's play, or will you first play it on your own? Will you like not do anything for a few weeks? Will you like just do lore? Will you do only gameplay and bosses and stuff, or will you do lore videos? Like just kind of your kind of stuff towards it.
I honestly don't know, because this is definitely a question I've been asking myself too. I don't want to spoil it because I know how treasured that is to my like follower base, especially.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I don't do full let's play of it or anything, or like stream it, because I want to give people the opportunity to play it, and I have done that in the past. Maybe like give it 2 or 3 weeks and then do a let's play of it or like a stream. But I'm not gonna go out the gate swinging with like a let's play series the day it's dropped. I don't feel like that'd be nice, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like I might just start with how I started with Hollow Knight, just like some casual ranking videos, just have some fun with it, some quick tips, and then evolve. Take it the same place I did where Hollow Knight ended up being, which is like one tip versus every boss, how to get pure nail in 3 bosses, like challenge runs and stuff like that.
Free boss ranking videos. Haha. We will get those.
I'll be fucking more than 3, dude. Fuck.
We gotta milk that while it's hot, dude. We gotta milk it.
Maybe like a music sync or 2, depending on how like isolated the audio is on certain parts.
Good idea. I mean, you could take the soundtrack, I guess, or something more. Or you could do the relaxing one again, you know, with the because funny enough, that's what most of the music behind like these kind of podcasts is anyway, like the kind of ambience that you've done, which I find really relaxing because it's.
Holy shit, really? That's awesome.
Brilliant idea, I must confess. I mean, I just love listening to the ambience of it, like City of Tears and stuff. It's just like, or Greenpath and stuff. It's just calming, very calming.
It's got a kick-ass fucking soundtrack.
Oh, it does.
It's really beautiful game when you're not dying all the time.
I must confess, one of my top 3 was like weird because for me it was Hive Night, because most people like really don't know like much about like kind of the boss theme and stuff, but it sounds so epic when you let it play. It's just like this kind of military kind of feel to it, which is, I don't know, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah.
I don't think I know the Hive Night yet. I'll have to go back and listen to that one.
It's like kind of triumphant, I would say, a bit bombastic maybe, but it's cool. Yeah, again, no problem. And what would your favorite theme be?
Pure Vessel.
Pure Vessel? Yeah, okay,
Pure Vessel.
fair enough.
Favorite boss fight, favorite theme, favorite like. I'm a
Design?
fucking sim for Pure Vessel, dude. I've been very overt in saying that, like to everyone that asks me. Favorite boss fight, favorite theme. Always gonna be Pure Vessel.
That's cool. That's cool. Might get outdone by one from Silksong, but I guess that is a different game, so that doesn't really count. But hey, maybe we'll have an even better one next time.
Yeah, hopefully. Silksong.
I mean, so far the ones we've seen seem pretty epic.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna hold a lot of the soundtracks for it, because that's part of what. I feel like that's gonna be a much larger part in the production of the game, because like Silksong, like it's obviously got a lot of musical roots.
You don't want to say Silksong and music?
Yeah. That's like one half of the game.
Ha! Next you're going to tell me there's going to be something Silk related in there. Haha, man, what a joke.
What? Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here with that goofy town.
You dang conspiracy theorists and your weird kind of analogies. Weird.
That's just theory.
A gum theory. I've been watching his videos again. They're quite quite funny, quite funny. I think he did 2 on Among Us, which is
Oh, of course
weird.
he did.
Yeah, I mean, of course he did. Yeah,
Of course he
obvious.
did. He's MatPat.
I mean, he's doing food theories now as well, so
I've seen his new channel. I need to set aside some time to watch it. I really hope
I'm just kind of thinking, how much free time does this guy have? He has like 3 channels to manage, and I mean, like just alone from like kind of where it stands now, he's gonna add a 4th one eventually. He's got food, film, video games, and then maybe a 4th one. I don't know what could be, like books or philosophy or something. Like,
book.
what's gonna
That
fucking
might,
come?
yeah, that might not be a bad fit for his channel, but I don't feel like he's gonna do it. I feel like he's gonna go for something more lifestyle-y, I guess.
Yeah, that could be.
From games to movies to food, then I guess what's next? Fucking interior design theory. Like, fuck, where do you go after that?
Chemics, haha. Yeah, I don't know. I am very impressed that he can manage all that. I mean, these channels upload kind of consistently. I mean, of course, he's got like a team behind it. It's not like, hey, MatPat, you're pretty impressive, like doing that all on your own. Like, hey, doing merch and like free channels. That must be pretty exhausting.
Oh shit, I don't know. I don't know if I can say his name, but I am in fact one of the guys that used to edit with me, like one of the guys that used to be like in the squad, so to speak, and we're still like friends. He is, I don't know if he's like full-time doing it, but he has edited videos for the Matthew Patrick.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
He has been in contact with the Matthew Patrick.
The game theory. That is the game theory.
The theorist on the internet.
Fucking, he's edited videos for him before.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. It's pretty insane how your contacts, like once you get to a certain point, all your contacts just sort of overlap. It's like, oh, I did a thing with this guy. Like, oh, I did a thing with that guy too. I know that guy. What about this guy? Yeah, I've done work with him too. Oh, so have I.
Hey, you there, fellow.
weird.
I don't know if you know this, but I know Matthew Patrick. Haha.
It's weird how small the world is.
That is true. Hey, but now I can say that I know a guy who knows Matthew Patrick, so I I fucking made it. I did it, guys. I've reached ultimate wisdom.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I'm definitely
Why
sorry.
do we always end with Matthew Patrick? Well, that's been an experience, I suppose. That's been enlightening, funny, hilarious, but also sad on the way. And I hope this journey through the mind has boggled your senses, dear viewer. At the end, we usually give a short catchphrase, like you can now say your yabba dabba doo, or your dough, or your, I don't know, got a blast or something, and
I
then
think I'll just stick with the one that I did earlier and just say, I am speed.
I have taken speed. Okay. Thank you for watching, dear viewer. This has been a very nice experience. Thank you for coming, by the way. And
Yeah, dude, thanks for having me.
again, if it weren't COVID, I would have probably sent some flowers and chocolate, but I guess that's not possible anymore. So just pretend that I did, and
Ship
yeah.
that overseas.
Over the big blue sea, yes, I did. Yeah, catchphrase. Stay frosty.
Yeah, you got it. That's a good one.
Yeah. Good. And I wish you some a good meal or something, or like, I don't know, good hunger, or no, wait, no, that's stupid. Good fooding. I wish you hunger.
Good fooding. Dude, I'm gonna have a food.
Yeah, good luck with that food. Haha.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. It's been
Good luck with the
long
hunt.
overdue.
It's no problem. It was as God might say, it was inevitable. So good night and speak soon.